I've been pondering a very powerful question recently that we need to ask ourselves when it comes to all of our big goals and our big dreams that we have for ourselves.
Well, time to ponder things. You think things out.
Of course, these aren't going to be easy, and they're likely going to take a long time, and you might go through a ton of disappointment, a ton of doubt. I'm wondering how or if it's ever going to work out for you. So my question is the possibility of it working out worth all the potential for stress and uncertainty on the path? Life, as we know, has no guarantees, and while I am someone who believes that, as long as you do go for it and go all in, you will get something out of it, if the potential for achieving that goal isn't worth all the stress and the challenges, then maybe you've either chosen the wrong goal, or it could be a matter of reevaluating where you're at and strengthening your resolve and reminding yourself of why you started in the first place. Anyways, I'm going to be diving into some personal experience.
I know from experience, dude.
When it comes to my goals, and will hopefully help to show you why you can't give up on yours as well. And I'm also going to be telling you why I believe that, believing in your own delusions is actually the spice of life, and it's something I actually highly recommend. So without further ado, let's dive deeper now.
Give me a...
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Jared and James channel. I'm Jared Weiss. For you guys to know that must mean now subscribe to the channel so you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video. Follow me on every platform, and if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to check out my book, Fight Through by Jared Weiss. All links purchased on my website, which is jaredbryanweiss.com. That's JAREDRYANWEIS.com. Buy the book, and also make sure to check out all the awesome shirts I have on that website. Every shirt has its own motivational sayings, so words in it. Every shirt is made of 100% organic cotton. What could be better than that? And the support at all, as always, is very much appreciated. So let's dive deeper now. So to reiterate an incredibly important question that I've been pondering recently, is the possibility of it working out worth the stress and uncertainty?
It's still a mystery.
So once again, of course this life has no guarantees. I'm someone who sets massive goals that others deem impossible and expects to achieve them. But the question that I always need to answer after the initial excitement from that goal wears off, and that's to deal with all the challenges that come with it, knowing all the uncertainty, knowing that there's a chance that it doesn't work out for me, will the potential for it working out be worth all that I have to put up with? And the answer for me has always been yes.
Yes, yes, yes!
It might not be easy writing a book, or starting up my own clothing line, or trying to dunk at 5'6", or healing from a life-threatening illness, or having a podcast, among many other goals that I've set and continue to set for myself. But that chance that it works out excites me every day, and as I've learned, part of happiness is in the pursuit of the goal. Getting to wake up every day in hopes that today's going to be the day that it all comes together, or at least experiencing the whole process, whether it's going to the gym and following my plan, or filming my videos and writing out ideas. All that stuff is already amazing. Of course, you don't have to enjoy every step of the process. Some parts will suck, but then again, that's part of life. It's in the comebacks, the falling down and getting back up every time, the not knowing what tomorrow brings.
There is no tomorrow!
But doing your best every day to be a little bit better, that's part of what makes life so exciting and so amazing. The next point I want to address is I think believing in your own delusions is actually the spice of life. The excitement or possibility of it working out is way better than the disappointment if it doesn't. No other person's word out there is fact, and no one person can take away what's yours. I've been called crazy plenty of times.
You are flat out of your mind.
But no one else is in my body and no one else knows what I'm capable of. With any goal in life, or it could even be something like a girl that we like. Others may try to tell us, oh, she's way out of your league, or it's never gonna happen, so why even try? And when I say that is maybe it won't, but how will I know if I never try? And if I don't go for it, I'm gonna regret it forever. Maybe it works out better than I ever could have imagined. And even though I'm someone who doesn't like to think of the possibility of it not working out, the one thing worse than that, and much worse, is the regret of not even trying. If that person or that goal is worth the potential stress and uncertainty that may come while you're on your path, then you have to fight for it. No matter what anyone else says. There's no guarantee that the girl says yes. There's no guarantee that you make that team or get that job. But I say believe in your delusion until life gives you an absolute no not to anymore. Until then though, there's always a chance no matter how small.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Plus, you can always make peace afterwards knowing that you gave it your all. You, or at least I, can't make peace with knowing that I never tried for that dream that was consuming my mind and I couldn't get off of it. Plus, like, how much fun is it actually setting goals that you know for certain that, like, you could accomplish it? The quote-unquote smart thing they'll tell you is set realistic goals that you know you could achieve and you can achieve them in this time frame. But where does that, like, ever get you? How can you ever push the boundaries, set your own trends, set your own standards, and live the great life you deserve, or extraordinary one, if you never try for something that's, like, outside of your current reach?
What if I want extraordinary?
Maybe you're not there yet, but that's why you expand your mind and build your body up and try your best to, like, align with the wavelength of the person who's able to live that life. Next, I want to share a personal story that ties in very nicely with the subject, which comes from my basketball and hoop dreams and college basketball journey. So, I was always the hardest worker on the court, no matter what, no matter who was around me, and as such I had big dreams and aspirations of playing college basketball, playing at the next level, and seeing like how far I could take this game. Growing up, everyone called me crazy, everyone doubted what I was capable of, and everyone told me like it was impossible for me, because I've also been the shortest player on just about every court I've ever played on. On my high school team, while I did play very well in the time I was given, I believe, I often didn't get the opportunities that like I feel I deserved, and the coach even admitted this after my senior season, and he admitted this in front of the whole team. To be clear, you guys can read more about the details of my whole basketball journey, with all the details in my book right through it. But to summarize, through AAU tournaments, going to college camps, sending out tapes, betting on myself, winning MVP of some tournaments, and MVP of a playoff game at the Harvard basketball camp, I was able to accrue 3 D3 offers/looks, but my parents didn't want me to pursue these because they weren't in line with my academics, and one of them I also had to get into the school first. So then I had my sights set on walking onto the Cornell basketball team. Any realistic person out there wouldn't have even tried, but that's not me. My AAU coach told me that like he was going to put in a good word for me to the coach of the team, but told me that like I should first try out for the club team as a way of proving myself and like as a way of telling the coach like what I was capable of. And just so you guys know, at a D1 school, the club teams actually have like super high level competition and players who are at like D3 and sometimes even D2 level. Not everyone plays on the main team. So to summarize, at this tryout, I didn't miss a shot the entire tryout. I went like 11 for 11 from 3, and then I ended up going through my life-threatening illness, the acute phase, a week later. Now moving ahead some time, I ended up at NYU, and after going through some of my healing journey, while I was still far from better, I felt like I was ready for another tryout. I knew that like this was my last chance ever to play college basketball, and so I worked my butt off to get ready, and there was of course a ton of stress, ton of uncertainty, ton of anxiety around the whole situation, because what if I don't make it? What will that say about me and all that I've worked for? I ended up having another incredible tryout. I shot like 75% from the field, was scoring on 7-footers, draining threes, etc.
You're Batman. Yeah, I am Batman.
And earned the respect of all the players on the team, because actually, tryout consisted of trying out during a team practice. However, and once again you guys can read the details more in my book, but the coach didn't take any walk-ons. He did end up getting fired a year later, just saying.
No, but there's karma, Kramer.
But the important lesson for today is that I made peace by proving to myself that I'm good enough to play college basketball. I earned that belief in my mind. I surrendered the outcome, and I reached a point where I didn't need someone else to tell me what I was capable of, and I believe like that's actually the ultimate. When you reach that point of not needing any more external validation, but you prove to yourself what you're capable of, because then this allows you to go wherever you want in life, and you realize like that no one can put any limitations on you ever again. They don't know what you're capable of, because to be honest, I don't even know what I'm capable of, but I believe deep down that I can do anything. The only thing that can actually stop me is God, but you, not gonna happen. So when it comes to me posting every single day, or my whole basketball journey once again, with all these things you have no way of knowing for sure if it's gonna work out, how it's gonna work out, etc. But ask yourself, is even the possibility that like, it works out in my favor worth all the stress and uncertainty? So going on my whole basketball journey once again. And as you know, I still work on my skills and I still love working on my game to this day. But as far as I see it, none of this was for nothing. It was worth the stress and uncertainty. And yes, there were times where like, I didn't always like it. But knowing that like, it might happen for me, and maybe I'm delusional, but I wouldn't trade that experience for anything. And once again, basketball is still like a huge part of my life, and I actually still keep on setting big goals for myself with basketball. And as a result, like it's gotten me so many places, it's translated into every area of my life, and I made connections and continue to make connections with all these awesome people through it. But I proved myself to myself, and showed what I was capable of, and regardless of what anyone else out there thinks of me or my game, you can't tell me otherwise. If the answer to this ultimate question is yes, then you have to fight for it, because you need to see where this journey leads you to, and some things out there aren't worth it. That's up for you to decide, and no one out there can make that decision for you. But when it is worth it, you have to block out all the outside noise, and just go for it with everything that you've got. As Alex Hormozy said like in a clip I saw recently, exceptional means a life like that not everyone else is living. So you're trailblazing a path that's designed for you, and crafted by you with the hopes of one day achieving your dreams. This is also like why it's not just about achieving the end goal. Although of course the thought of that is what keeps us going, but it's the person we become along the way. It's the skills we learn, the belief that we gain in ourselves, and all the personal growth that we make, all that is actually inevitable. The thing that like a lot of people don't understand about me is that when I go after something that matters to me, I don't stop just because someone else tells me to. I don't stop just because someone tries to tell me how hard it is, or that it's never going to happen for me. What they don't understand is that I couldn't live with myself unless I see it through to completion.
How do you live with yourself? It's not easy.
It's like one of my all-time favorite movies, Never Back Down, which I was actually watching for like the millionth time a few days ago. But at one point, the main character, Jake Tyler, is saying to his MMA trainer, "Win, lose, it doesn't matter. This is my fight. Everybody's got one."
Win, lose, it makes no difference. This is my fight. Everyone's got one.
And this is so powerful because, once again, no one can tell you what's worth it for you. As I said earlier, peers are always going to try to stop you and tell you why you can't do it, why you're being delusional or unrealistic, and tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't go for it. That's because it's not their fight. If the possibility of it happening is worth the stress for you, and you're aware of all the possible setbacks, then I say like you have to go for it and you have to fight for it with everything that you've got. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed the message. I hope you guys found it inspiring, insightful. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment. I will catch you guys next time. Stay positive, stay hustling, stay grinding, believe in yourselves. I love you guys. I will catch you guys next time. Peace.